AWS Community Day Vancouver presents the GenAI Q&A Vibe Lounge, hosted by Kris Krug.
Hey, what's up, Internet? Kris Krug. I'm here at the Vibes Lounge at AWS Community Days, and I'm here with Amit from EcoVoice. How's it going, mister?
So far, so good.
Yeah, you just came off stage giving a big keynote here. What did you talk about?
So it was about how you can optimize and augment your BI practices with the GenAI. So
What kind of companies are using these BI tools? The biggest companies in the world, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take it healthcare, take it banking, take it, it's an industry agnostic practice, and a lot of companies are using the BI tools, and there are like numerous BI tools available out in the world. And AWS also provide one of those.
Yeah. You know, when I heard your talk, here's the thing that I noticed the most in terms of connections between you and me. I'm out there kind of exploring how Gen AI tools can be used in filmmaking, photography, and design. And a lot of times people, when they haven't experienced some of this stuff yet, they're like, oh, they assume there's like a big green button that's like, make film. And you just press the green button and out Gen AI, it pops a film or something like this. And obviously that's not the case. Yeah. As filmmakers, we need to like break down our workflow into all the different steps that it takes to make up a film. And then ask ourselves, how might these Gen AI tools be useful in the script development process or in the character development process and stuff? And so this resonated with your talk. You were talking about breaking down how enterprises use BI tools and do all the different parts and where Gen AI can speak to those different things. So we take us through a bit of that?
Absolutely. So there are three pieces. If I just break it down into three, of course, there is a whole supply chain of BI practices, but let's talk about three pieces. So one is taking the raw data and clean it, sanitize it, prepare it, and store it, and profile the data. And then it goes down to in the hands of business analysts who are going to analyze this data, build the reports, build the dashboards, and make it ready in the nice visual format for those business users.
Yeah.
Then the third step is the business users who are going to look at the data, understand the insights of the data, and then understand the past to make a decision about the future.
Right.
What's going to happen.
So where's Gen AI coming into those three areas?
So Gen AI helps in all three pieces, individually.
Yeah.
So if I just start from the bottom up here, so now that business users with the Gen AI capabilities into your BI, business users can just talk to that data in their own natural language.
Yeah.
They don't have to wait for those reports and dashboards to be built for them to view. They actually have to just ask the question in the right manner. It's the Gen AI which is going to interpret the data in a data query, and file that data query against the data source which they have already profiled, and they have already kept it in their memory in the indexed memory. So it is a natural language based data story which they can create as a business user themselves. Yeah. They don't have to depend on that. But there are still some complex environments where you have to get into those complexity, understand the metrics definition of the KPIs of the data. So you go you go one layer above where the business analysts are creating reports and dashboards. Mm-hmm. Now for them, Gen AI is actually providing them a capability to author those reports and dashboards.
Sure.
Rather doing a drag and drop, or rather writing a code, or rather doing a configuration, they can just ask Gen AI, hey, plot me this graph in this color by product, by sales, or by segment, or whatever, and it is going to give you that graph. You don't have to configure, you don't have to write a code or anything. So that's where it is augmenting. So it is reducing their work from weeks to a couple of hours or so.
Sure.
And then the last layer, the top layer, is data preparation, right? So for those data scientists, Gen AI is there to produce a code for you. So whether you want to extract the data from a data source, or you want to transform the data from one format to the other format, or you want to profile the data, or you want to sanitize the data, or normalize it. All those work, Gen AI provide the code. It fits right into your IDE where you are writing your code, and then augment your work from that perspective.
You said something in passing there that I think is pretty significant. I want to bring back to the surface. You said, talk to your data. You said it very pedestrian, as if like everybody knows what that means. So it's like, what data are you talking to? What are you saying to it? Why would I want to talk to my data?
So
what do you mean?
Exactly. So talk to your data means data with the capability of GenAI, you can actually talk to your data in your own natural language, just like you talk to any other human beings out there.
Yeah.
So you can just call, for example, your AI assistant name is Arya, just like Alexa. Hey Arya, give me the data for last year, how much sales we did, or give me the sale trend for this particular product, or give me the sales for this product versus the product number 2.
Right.
So it is going to give you those visuals and the executive summary on that data.
Yeah.
You don't have to, configure anything. You don't have to ask anybody to do that.
This is very significant. So I want to relate it to another story that I had from the filmmaking workshop that I was at. So I was leading a filmmaking workshop at the Yorkton Film Festival, and I was talking about the things we're talking about here, more or less, AI and how it can help workflows. And this lady at the end lasered her eyes on me and just walked to me as fast as she could. And it was the head of the CRTC. And they said to me, are you telling me that I can take all these proceedings, these national proceedings that we've done to regulate the telecommunications industry, and instead of having my team of analysts read them all, and then come to a meeting a month later where I can ask these people questions if they were able to read and understand it, my actual analysts can just train models on our data, and then they can ask the proceedings questions.
Yeah.
Her mind was like completely blown. This is the type of thing we're talking about, right?
That's right.
Humans can't really wrap our minds around huge data sets or multiple documents with charts and graphs or whatever. This is really a bad use of human reasoning and intelligence. But we can just blast all this shit into the mind of the computer and then start to talk to it the way we would talk to a colleague or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like that. Yeah.
Cool, man. How are you using Gen AI in your career or personal life?
So I'm, in my career on my professional side, so we are a company called EcoVoice. So, we have customers asking us to build those POCs and to create those BI dashboards and reports, and for using, they don't care what we use. All they care is, here's the data. Here's my data sets for 10 gigs or 20 gigs of data.
Amazing.
I want the insights out of this data. So it is up to us whether we do that whole laborious work of creating, understanding the data and creating those dashboards and blueprints and all, or we just use the capability of GenAI, dump the data into GenAI, and it will give you the meaningful insights by itself. It is going to suggest to you what questions you should ask. It is magical. So,
what are your favorite tools personally? What's some AIs that you're messing with that you like?
So far I have been working with Amazon Q and Amazon Bedrock with the cloud and Anthropic machine learning models.
Nice. Have you trained any Claude projects on your particular data sets and stuff like that?
We are actually working on an MVP for a particular customer where we are using the cloud and where we are using data sets from the customer and trying to train the model. But we have, we don't have anything in production yet.
Yeah, it's really cool technology, and I'll concur with you. Magic indeed. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on, for your time, man. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge and stuff. And tell people where they can find you and follow you online.
All right. Hey, so you can find me on LinkedIn as well as the on my website ecovoice.ca. Reach out to us and for your GenAI needs, for your BI needs, as well as any cloud solutions you want to build. Of course, hit me up.
Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate your time. I'll check you out for sure. I'm Kris Krug, reporting from Amazon Web Services Community Days. I'm here with the Future Proof Creatives team in the Vibes Lounge, just talking to all the interesting speakers and leaders that come through our space. So we'll see you soon, Internet. Over and out.